Hey friends! So, I don't know about you, but today, Thursday, is my Friday because why? Well, we have a 4-day weekend. Ooh, 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 ooh. So excited, you don't even know. But, back with some pretty funny stories because let's be real, it was Valentine's Day this week and 4th graders either really love Valentine's Day or they're really grossed out by Valentine's Day. Let's get down to business. Let me be honest, that really makes me want to sing. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, so let's get down to business and talk about some things these kids said this week. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna kind of backtrack a little bit because last week I forgot to share. We had gone on a field trip and a few weeks ago, and there were some funny things that happened. But I'm just gonna focus on one, and I'm looking down because I have some Post-its down here. You know me and my love for Post-its. But I had them on the board. I had written, what was your favorite part of the field trip? And then they had to write it on a Post-it. We went to the mission. There was a koi pond at this said mission. That was literally all their favorite thing. I have this entire stack of Post-its still. Almost every single one says koi pond. But this one here is my favorite. It says, my favorite part of the field trip was the koi pond. Eating koi pond and eating food because I was hungry for Sour Patch Kids. He was hungry for Sour Patch Kids, so that was the best part. You know, the Sour Patch Kids that he brought with him to the field trip was his favorite part. Cool. All right, so next, today, aka February 15th, one of my kids comes in and during our morning meeting tells everyone, yesterday I learned that yesterday was when I was conceived. I was just like, I'm like, where is he going with this? And then he just stopped talking about that. But I was like, and all the other kids were like, okay. None of them knew what that meant. But I was just sitting there like this. And all the kids were like, Miss Cousin, what's wrong? I was like, nothing is wrong. It's fine. Let's move on. I was just in shock. I learned I was conceived yesterday. True story. True story. TMI. Didn't need to know it at all. They were talking about bathroom things. And one kid goes, well, if you go number 1 before a game, you'll be number 1. But if you go number 2, you'll be number 2. So, if you're an athlete, if you go number 1, you'll be number 1. So, there you have it. It's a freebie for you. And I have this kid who just likes to complain about everything. Let's be real. He's like, Miss Cousin, I have a situation here called boredom. And I was like, oh, okay, really? What are you doing? Nothing. So you're not even doing your work. I'm bored. Bro, do your work, and then maybe you won't be so bored. And then we were in PE. Our unit right now is track and field. It's kind of exciting, you know? So we're doing relay races, and this kid who likes to complain, Miss Cousin, I have a complaint. I'm like, I just look at him, I'm like, oh Lord, what is his complaint now? I have a complaint. What is this? Are you like trying to make us play the Hunger Games or something? Do you even know what the Hunger Games are? We're doing relay races. It's not the Hunger Games. Like, chill, bro, chill. This one is from my best friend who also happens to be a teacher. And she teaches 3rd grade, I teach 4th grade. So we're pretty similar, you know, fun times. And I was hanging out with her this week and she's like, I have to tell you this story. So she had this issue with kids bringing toys to school. This one little girl's like, I don't bring baby toys to school. And my friend says, well, you shouldn't be bringing any toys to school. She goes, well, I don't bring baby toys or adult toys to school. Adult toys, you guys. I don't think she knows what adult toys are. It's good times. Then my kids were talking about Snoop Dogg. Why, I don't know. I was like, guys, stop talking about Snoop Dogg. He has nothing to do with this. They were like, Miss Cousin, you know who Snoop Dogg is? I looked at them, I said, yeah. Really, you know who Snoop Dogg is? I said, yeah. And this kid goes, man, Miss Cousin is the swaggiest teacher ever. Yes, guys, I'm the swaggiest teacher ever. So if you need any hints on how to be a swaggy teacher, just come ask me and I'll tell you. Apparently you need to know who Snoop Dogg is. So there you go. If you know who Snoop Dogg is, you're already on your way to being the swaggiest teacher ever. So good. All right, now for some Valentine goodness. So this first one, we were selling Valentine grams, 4th grade was, to raise money for our field trip. And he looks at me and said, Miss Cousin, are candy grams basically Valentines? I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what they are. That's why we call them Valentine grams. He goes, ugh, gross. He thought it was gross, you know, giving out Valentines to people, whatever. And then this one kid, you guys, it was so precious. But you know, as a teacher, you get lots of goods on Valentine's Day, Christmas, all the holidays. And this kid was so cute. He brings me, most of them bring you like the little box of heart chocolates, you know, it's like this big. And he brings me, his is a little bit bigger. He says, Miss Cousin, I got you a heart box with chocolates. I was like, oh, thank you. He's like, and I didn't get you the small one. I was like, oh, cool, thanks. He goes, I got you the medium-sized one. So I was better than the small size, but I wasn't quite good enough for the big one. I got you the medium-sized one. Thanks guy, thanks. And then this other kid was eating a Kit Kat that he had gotten from, he goes to intervention and he got it from his intervention. I don't know if it was for Valentine's Day or if he had earned it, but I let him eat it while he was sitting there. And he takes a bite, he goes, ooh, this is really good. And it was like one of the little Kit Kat bars. He goes, ooh, this is really good. Miss Cousin, do you want to try some? I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to bite off of what you've already bitten off of, but I was like, no, it's okay. You can eat it all. I don't want to eat any of it. Not after you have touched it. Oh, gross, the germs. And then, like I said, we were selling Valentines, and this little guy, he's one of my faves. I mean, I don't have favorites, but he's so sweet, you guys. He's so sweet. He goes, Miss Cousin, I'm gonna get a Valentine gram from my mom because she loves me the most. You guys, it's so sweet because she loves me the most. Be still my heart. So then I had some Valentines that they wrote some notes, and the first one, I don't have it with me because I already took it home, but I have one that I got today too. The first one was really sweet. It's like, Miss Cousin, thank you for being such, or what did it say? It said, Miss Cousin, you're a great teacher and thank you for that. And I'm like, you're welcome for that. And then this one was really sweet too. And it makes me laugh. Thank you, Miss Cousin, for being the best teacher in the year. So not the best teacher ever, but the best teacher in the year. You're welcome. You're welcome for being the best teacher in the year. It's sweet, you guys. I love their little notes. So cute. All right, the last one I have for you happened today when we were in PE. Well, like I said, our unit is track and field, so we do a lot of relay races. And this kid wasn't even running that slow. But one of the kids in his line, you know, they're like cheering each other, like, go, go, go. He's like, come on, dude, faster. You're like 90s internet slow. 90s internet slow? Bro, you weren't even alive in the 90s. How do you even know what that means? Like, I don't even think he understood what he was saying, but it was really funny. You're like 90s internet slow. Good times, people. All right, well, that's all I have, you guys. So hopefully you guys have a good holiday weekend. Those of you that are on holiday, those of you that are not, sorry, but teacher life is pretty fabulous because I get all these real nice holidays off. But enjoy your weekend and have a good week, and I will see you next week because you know I'll have more stories.